Ah, oh my god, I forgot something. Damn it. Ugh. Sorry about that. Oh my god. Hey everybody. Oh my goody goo 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 in a goo goo. Oh my god. Welcome everyone to another edition episode of the Jerry Torres program. Oh, I am fighting this cold. I think it's a cold. I think it is. I don't know if it is or isn't. But hold on. Damn it again. Oh my god. I forgot to put up my soundboard. Son of a bitch. Anyway, so as soon as I get this up, and then I could really continue on. Yeah, today was a pretty good day, man. It was cold the way I like it, and managed to what else did I manage to do? Went shopping today. Yeah. I figured why not? Since I'm working mad overtime in my job, I paid off my bills first, and then I went and I said, you know what? Let me do my usual grocery shopping and hold on. Oh my god, there we go. Okay. Sheesh. Ugh. This is ridiculous, man. Normally I would get everything up and running. Bloop. Yeah, that's the sound of my soundboard saying, "Hey, let's get ready." Okay. All right, so let's see if it works. Whoopee. There you go. Oh my god. So, yeah, it was cold. It was like 30 degrees today. And I bundled up too much. I wore a scarf and I wore my heavy jacket and I went to Burlington Coat Factory, then I went to DSW, didn't have my shoes. I ordered my shoes online, they're coming in, and I was looking for black boots, right? And they didn't have the black boots I want. They had a pair that I liked, but it didn't have in the color that I wanted. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get brown. I got four pairs of brown shoes. I don't need any more. I need black boots. So I ordered them. They're coming in. I'm real excited. Oh, oh my god. So anyway, so then after that, let me see what else did I do. I went to oh my god, where else did I go? I don't know. I just went shopping, man. And then I bought some stuff that I needed, and I came home. And like I said, I was starting to feel sick. I don't know what it was. I was taking a nap. It was a very long nap. I was like, oh my god, am I draining? Is my energy like getting out of my body? So next thing you know, I said, "Listen, I'm gonna take a nap, to clear my head." And that's what I did. I took a nap. Must have been like a 30 or 45-minute nap. And next thing you know, um, do I have where the hell is it? I know I have it in here. Let me see here. Yeah, 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 here it is. I took a little nappy poo. Yeah, there I am, looking adorable. And then I sneezed. Yep. I don't know what the hell I was coming down with, man, but next thing you know, I was like, I said I went to the grocery store, went to Shoprite, bought me some NyQuil and some ginger ale. I was like, damn it, I'm gonna fight this thing because I can't afford to get sick. And came home, took my nap, like I said, and then I woke up. Still feeling like this feeling. I was like, oh god. So next thing you know, I said, you know what? I'm gonna make me some tomato soup, and that's what I did. I went downstairs and grabbed me the first can of Progresso tomato soup and made myself a little small sandwich, had some crackers, like fight a fever, rape a cold, whatever the saying goes, you know what I mean? And I started to feel a little better when I had my hot tomato soup and my crackers and my cheese sandwich. I was like, you know what? I think this is doing really good. And I took that stuff and I was feeling so much better. Oh my God. I was, man. I was like, oh God.
There's no takeout at the Rodizio.
Ugh. Mm. So anyway, so I went back upstairs and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like taking a nap. And thank God I did it, man. Oh my God, I got too much to do. Like as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna post a video for TikTok, and then after that, um, work on my movie. the best way I know how. I'm thinking about doing it tonight, but I think might do it tomorrow. It's Saturday. What am I going to do all day? Nothing. Be bored out of my freaking mind. So that way I keep myself active and then work on my comedy. Like I said, I didn't go Thursday night because I just needed to rest, man. Like I said, I'll make up for it the next 2 Thursdays and just go do my 5. And besides, the place that's pretty much throwing it is awesome. I mean, they know how to treat comedians well. They go by the order of the list, and like no one's there to mock anyone or put down anybody. It's just all respect, and that's what I like about in a comedy club. Show respect, show courtesy, show kindness, show helpfulness, and that way you get people to come back. You know, unlike this place called the High Note, bunch of assholes that run that place don't know how to run comedy. The complaints are coming off the wall, dude. I'm getting complaints as far as my New York comedy buddies that went in there one time and they said they'll never go back. They said the two guys that are running it, they don't know what the f they're doing. I was like, well, that's why I did that room probably like 5 or 8 times, and when I realized how uncooperative and yet unorganized they are, I'm like, you know what? This is not professionally run. I am not coming back here. And then next thing you know, I'm not saying that I started it, but there must have been like hundreds of comics that I worked with. When they mentioned the High Note, they're like, "Ooh, yeah, I hate that place." I was like, "What?" Um, yeah. I mean, the restaurant itself is good, but the back room where the guys just run the comedy. Oh, but they always say, "Oh, but they pack the house down." Doesn't matter if they pack the house or not. It's depending on how you run it. That's the whole idea of having a comedy club is the right person to run it right, and that way people can keep coming back. Because when it comes to comedy clubs like Punchline, yeah, they have ain't nobody there knows what the hell they're doing. Instead of having an open mic on the main stage, they have it in the back room. How's it going to comedian going to feel, you know, the performance on stage, and so on and so on and so on. It's like, oh my god! But unlike this comedy club that I go to, it is on Wednesday nights. They know how to run it and run it right. There's another one. It's like in past Trenton. I forgot the name of it, but the guy that runs his name is Tavi. He's really good too. He knows how to run a room, and he's very respectful. And I heard, and again, I did that room one time. I'm going to go back to it, but um, the comedians say that this room is awesome. They love that room so much, and they get the feel of a comedy room. I was like, yep, 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 yep. So I don't know, man. When it comes to comedy clubs, like I said, it all depends on the person that runs it and runs it right. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm right now like yesterday. Oh my god, it was getting bad. When I was doing my podcast, I was blowing my nose and I was like, "Oh my god." I wasn't coughing. I was just blowing my nose. My nose was so clogged. I was like, "Oh god." I was brushing nasal spray and I was taking every hot tea. I was drinking that. All I kept saying was, "I am not going to get sick. I'm not. I'm going to fight this thing," and I did. And thankfully, you know, uh, like I had some tomato soup, and that kind of saved me, man. And I didn't put no pepper, no hot sauce in the tomato soup. I just said, I'm just going to have tomato soup. That's it, and it was perfect. As soon as I took that first sip, I was like, "Oh my god, it feels wunderbar."
Delish!
Mm. Man. And I'm drinking my coffee. It's about 5:46 in the evening, but I know that I'm so afraid that if I don't take my coffee, I'm going to be dozing off, and I don't want to doze off. I need to get a lot of things done. Like I said, I'm thinking about going back and finishing my movie. You know what I mean? But right now, my focus is just pretty much, my comedy, and then my movie, and then just the podcast, making sure like I make as many episodes as possible. Which, by the way, they were giving like the year in review, like they always do every December, the good and the bad, what happened. listen, 2025 was, I wouldn't say it's a rough year for me. I would say it's pretty much a year where I survived again. You know, I thought I had a girlfriend, and for the first time in a long time, I thought I was in a great relationship, and I thought this woman was going to be the one for me to marry and be happy with. I kind of felt that feeling. Turns out I was wrong. But we all learn from our mistakes. And then, like, from comedy, and then when AI was coming up, I was like, damn, I got to learn AI. I kept my mind occupied all this year. I did. I was like, you know what? I got to focus on my comedy. I got to focus on my AI. I got to focus on my job. I got to focus on my benefits. I got to focus on my family, and a lot of focusing, you know. And 2025 is like 3 weeks away. It'll soon be over. 2026 will be here. And I'm just looking for the movies from 2026. I'm the type of guy that really does not care what the year is going to bring. If it happens, it happens. I'm the type of guy that's like, you know what? This year was rough. We have an asshole president that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. You know, we had assassinations. With we had this drug war. ICE is pretty much becoming Nazis. They're arresting people without warrants, and so on and so on and so on. But we managed to survive. We managed to see the next day, see the sun go up and the sun go down. Right now, for me, I am not worried. That's why I'm not into politics, because of that bullshit. I focus on myself. I focus on my family. And I try to live every day of a life without, using alcohol and drugs to get me through a rough day or a rough week. Hold on for a second. Oh God. Oh, ah. Oh God. Anyway, so we do our best to make the next day better than the and we try our best to make our days good. The last thing you don't want is someone telling you how to run your day, how to make your day. You make your day the way you want. All right. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at oh, they're boot socks. Okay, never mind. There was these. I'm looking at. I should have bought me some long underwear. I need them. Oh God. Oh my God. Like I said, the tomato soup is really effing helped. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know what's in. Like, listen, because when you're sick, right? They always say, have some chicken soup, have some chicken noodle soup, have some soup. I tried the chicken noodle soup. That's a myth. That's a mother's myth right there. You know what I mean? And I like matzo ball soup. That's really good. And what's the other soup? The Chinese soup. Oh my God. Anyway, and that soup is good too. But for me, if I'm ever feeling like sick or horrible or blech, I focus on tomato soup. Something about the nutrients and the vitamins in that thing, man. As soon as I take that first little slurp from the spoon, I'm like, oh my God, I feel so better, so much better. Do I have a slurp sound? Yeah, there he goes. There you go. That's it. That's me sucking on tomato soup. Ah, first one was better. Second time was better than the first. Yeah, there you go. Oh my God, man. Mm. Ugh, ugh. I'm drinking my coffee, like I said. Yeah, like I said, it's a mother's myth, and to have tomato soup Anyway, I'm back. Something happened. What the hell just happened? Uh, yeah. Something happened to my recording. Oh, you bastard. Okay, I'm still recording, thank God. Yeah, I thought I lost you guys. I'm back. Yeah, my recording went down for like a few minutes. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? You see? I'm not going to argue with AI. I'm not going to argue with the computer because you have to be nice to your computer. Oh my God. So anyway, so like I said, as soon as I get off, make promo. I gotta write this down. Make promo for TikTok, podcast show for TikTok. Okay. And then write comedy. Okay. And then work on movie. There you go. Okay. I got my 3 because the Devils play tonight at 7 o'clock. As soon as I get off of this, I'm going to take a nice shower. Then I am going to put on some fresh pajama clothes. Well, actually, not pajamas, they're sweatpants and a t shirt. But other than that, I'm going to be really very comfy. Anyway, then get to work behind my desk. Something about like cold evenings. I don't know what it is about me. I guess it's because I'm getting up there in age. I'm not saying like I'm going to stay home and like pet my cat like I have one, you know. I don't know. For some reason, it's like if I'm not doing a comedy show, I love to stay home. You know, there was a time I remember I used to go out every effing evening. Oh my god. Ugh. I don't know what the. I guess it's because I was young. I wanted to go out, wanted to have fun. You know, and that now it's like if I go out, it's for comedy. If I do go out for a comedy club or with friends, it's pretty much dinner. I got to remember. Okay, all this stuff. Oh my god! If I'm down at a comedy explosion, I got to contact them. Okay, explosion. Okay, then Meadowlands Comedy Club. Meadowlands Comedy Club. Okay, Comedy Club, and then AC. There you go. Okay, I got to start getting some shows for the new year. You know. So right now, like I said, I'm on this not liquid diet, this smoothie diet that I love. Smoothie for breakfast. I might have a yogurt or my smoothie for lunch. And then after that, the rest of the day, I'm like, I'm good. Now I'm thinking about really shortening my dinners, because I'm like, I guess I'm done having full blown meals nowadays because I'm on this diet and it's saving my effing life. Because when I was in a relationship with that woman that I was dating before she got lost in her mental abilities, I at one point was like gaining weight. I guess it was because, we went out to eat a lot and next thing you know, I'm like, what the F am I doing? So you learn from that. And now it's like you make that disciplined oath, like I am not going to eat for breakfast. I'm not going to eat for lunch. Like today, I had a smoothie, but later on in the day, I had like a sandwich, which is all right. You know what? By the way, I'm gonna go on TikTok Live, man. I might go on it for like 20 minutes and just get the F off. All right, here we go. All right, I don't care about this. There we go. All right, I'm getting on live. Oh my god, this effing glare of the light. I need people to see my beautiful face. All right, so here we go. Oh my god. Wow, I did lose some weight. I have a neck. Oh my god. All right, let me go back here. What the F? Yeah, oh my god. All right, hold on. I hit favorites. There we go. I have a neck now. Yeah. What the? Oh my god. All right, let's do that again. I have a neck now. The F was that?
Brilliant!
Oh my god. Yep.
It's a great day to be alive.
You got that,
Ain't
Mr. Shut up. You got that right, Mr. Smooth. I bought this. You know what? I'm getting on live. I bought this apple cider cranberry, which I'm going to have as soon as I get everything done. As soon as I get everything done, I'm going to have it. All right, so let's see who's on live. All right, Tinkerbell, you better bubba, Yakabaka booba, UBDBDB. All right, I'm gonna get in here and here. There we go. Get her, get her, get her. No, it's like no, 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 no. All right, there we go. Oh man. So yeah, so like I said, I was at ShopRite. I was walking around and I saw this cranberry apple juice, and I was like, "Ooh, cranberry, apple, heat it up, drink it." It's like I said, I don't want to get sick. I am not. Hey, Angela's back. How are you, Angela? I'm only going to be on it for like 20 minutes, and I'm just getting off, because I'm way too tired. Oh my god, man. So, like I was saying, I saw this. I was looking at juices, and I come across this apple cranberry sauce. I was like, oh god. Here was another thing why I didn't go to comedy night on Thursday. Like I said, I was feeling blech, Do I have anything hot in here left? No, it's dry. Son of a gun. Or son of a bitch. I could use that one. There we go. All right, there. Yeah, I'll get some later, man. Oh my god. Oh. I'm just getting over this dumb illness, man. All right, so let's see who we got here. Oh my god. All right, how much is it to? All right, how much is it to promote? Oh my lord, that much? That's expensive. Hold up, wait a minute. Can we go down like further down the trough? How much is it for that? There we go. Oops. Damn it, I messed up. There we go. Oh my god. I am not paying that much. All right, hold on. There we go. A little further down. Okay, perfect. $10. $12. For how many? Ooh. Wow. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. All right. All right, so let's go back, man. Yeah. So today was just this day that it was cold weather, and here's what happened, man. When I was in what the hell is that store called? Damn it. TJ Maxx, right? I'm in there and they had like a lot of people at the register. And I was happy. I was like, yes, I know this line is going to go fast now. And it did. It did go fast. But this is, oh my God, what the hell just happened? There we go. Oh my goodness, man. It's like this thing didn't want to cooperate. I'm sorry, man. It's just that my tablet was like, no, I'm not going to go down. Stop, leave me alone. All right, now back to what I was going to say. All right, so I was at TJ Maxx and they had everyone there at the register. I was like, thank God. Now I know this line is going to go quick. And it did. So I had my big, heavy jacket on. I had my scarf around my neck. And I was like, oh my God, I was starting to sweat. But I wasn't worried. You know what I mean? I wasn't worried because, I had my deodorant, my body spray, and my cologne to protect me. I was like, yeah, but I was burning up, dude. That was me standing in line. I was like, oh my God. So I'm walking around. I'm like, should I take off my jacket? Should I take off my scarf? Why did I bring these extra layers with me? I should have just left them in the car. No, I was like, oh my God. And then I see these people just a sweatshirt or just like a shawl. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm walking in there for like the first 10 to 15 minutes. I was fine. But I was walking around. I was like, mate, I need some stuff. Hey, let me look around. Oh my Lord. My back was sweating. That's the noise you heard. It's like, who is sizzling? Oh, it's the guy behind me. I was like sweating like nothing. And the only thing that was saving me was my armpit, my body deodorant, my body spray, and my cologne. That it was saving me big time because the women were like, "Oh my goodness, what is that you're wearing? Oh, it's a black Prada." It's like, "Oh my goodness, smells nice." It's like, "Where did you get that black Prada?" Yeah, Macy's. Thank you. Go away. You're in my atmosphere. I mean, but I I was like, "Oh my god." Then I thought about taking off my jacket, putting over my arm, over my shoulder, and I was like, "No, I'll leave it on." Why did I leave the scarf on? It was making it worse. The scarf. The scarf is what you wear when you go outside walking. I was wearing the scarf, my heavy jacket, and I was just drenching. I was like, "Oh my god, my back was." I could feel the drips. Let's put it that way. And I was like, "Oh my god." And first thing I said was, "No, I have this items I'm gonna buy. I need to buy these. I have like they're in my cart. I'm in TJ Maxx. There was this. I went to the kitchen section. I'm trying to buy new pots and pans, and I was like, oh, I like this. Oh, I like this. And then I needed new kitchen knives. I saw the new kitchen knives. I was like, oh, yeah. So then I was like, okay, there's candy. So I got me some stuff, and I was waiting in line. And thankfully, like I said, thankfully there was everybody was at the register. Everybody. So all I kept hearing was number 4 is open. Number 8 was open. And the line was moving quickly. I was like, yes. And I was like, please, please, deodorant, cologne, body spray, don't let me down. Don't let me down, man. I was like, oh my God. So I was smelling good. Like I said, I had a couple women a couple women smelled what I had on. And they were like, oh my goodness, you smell nice. What is that you're wearing? Like I said, I was wearing, was it Dolce Colbe? I think it was, or Black Prada. I can't remember, but I just sprayed it on my chest 3 times. Actually, when I spray it on my neck once and then my chest twice. Except, left pec, right pec, like that. And I was like, okay. And that stuff is strong, but I got compliments. I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I was like, oh my God. Body spray, deodorant, and cologne, please don't fail me. I was sweating. I'm not saying that horrendous body odor, but I was like, oh my God. Just don't fade away. Don't evaporate. Just please hold on till we get to our number is called. And then all of a sudden, register number 6 is open. I was like, yes, thank God. It was like going to the motor vehicles and the airport at the same time. I was like, oh my goodness. And then it's like in those movies where you're trying to get on the plane to get out of an evil country. Like I was in Iran, and I was like, number 6, that's me. If they find out I'm American, I'm dead. So I go up there, and the lady was very nice. She goes, "Oh, nice items you buy." I was like, "Oh, this, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." And my hands, I was looking at my hands. I forgot to put lotion in my hands. They were cracking. I was like, "Ugh, ugh." Cold weather has a bad effect on my hands, right? I didn't put lotion in my hands. I was looking at them. They were cracked. I was like, "Oh my God." So, do I have that sound effect? Yes, I do. So they were cracking. There we go. Oh my Lord, I thought I had it. There you go. Those are my hands, right? Every time I moved them. So the next thing you know, Mercedes, how you doing? Who is Mercedes? Meche, I am from Autlán, Jalisco. Autlán? Oh, where? I have no idea. Melva, hello, Melva. Let's see, Melva. Hello, Melva. Amante de la nobleza, música, viajar y conocer otras cosas. Ah, eres latina. ¿Cómo se va? All right. So I'm like, my hands were cracked and my body odor was working deal. My my again, everything was working. I was like, okay, I still smell good, but my hands were hurting. I was like, oh my God. They weren't hurting, but I could just feel like little cuts and slits in my hand. Leah Vanessa Tiger. Hey. So next thing you know, I'm like, oh God. There's a trick I was thinking about doing, like grabbing your chapstick, using that temporarily on the areas where you feel little cuts. So I thought about stepping out of line, grabbing the first bottle of lotion that they had on the counter. But I was like, you know what? No. I'm in lane 6. I'm gonna get through this. Hands cracked. I could feel the cuts. I was like, no, I'm gonna purchase my stuff and get the F out of here. I'm hot. I need cold wind to cool me down. So next thing, hey, Leah Vanessa Tiger. All right, that's my buddy. Leah, follow Angela and follow Shine My Shish Mish. Shine Mish. Okay. That's cool. And Maria Dubois. There you go. Yeah, you probably say Dubois. All right then. I know my French. Uh-huh. Oh man. So anyway, so finally I purchased my stuff. And the first thing I did was when I went outside, I took off my scarf, opened up my jacket, and let that cold 30-degree wind hit my body. Oh my God, it felt so good. And then I lifted the back of my jacket, for the cold wind to hit my lower back. I know that's like wrong. It might get you sick. I was like, I don't care. Oh my God, it was like walking into a meat locker. Oh, it felt so good. I was like, yes. I stayed outside for like 5 minutes just to cool down my body. And then I went to DSW. All right. And it had these really cool sneakers that I saw that I liked, but I needed a pair of black boots. Right. I had a pair of black boots. Hold on. Oh my God. Ugh. So I had a pair of black boots years ago and I hardly wore them. And the next thing you know, I got rid of them by accident. There's a story behind them. Because there was a time I was doing a comedy show, and when I do a comedy, I dress very casual, very nice on stage. I'm not putting down any comic dress how you want to dress. You can go up to a farmer, underalls, sombrero, and pink boots. I don't care how you dress. Dress how you want to dress. Me personally, I like to dress very casual. So it was a comedy show I was doing like a couple months ago. I was dressed very nice. I had this very nice black jacket and my jeans and everything and the nice shirt. I was like, all right, my black boots will go great with this black jacket. Next thing I know, I'm like, oh, where the hell are my black boots? Where are these pair of boots that I paid like over $100, man? Where the hell are they? I'm looking in the closet, looking in the basement. I couldn't find them. I was like, oh. And all of a sudden it hit me. By accident, I gave them to Goodwill. By accident. I remembered. I was like, F. Except I didn't say it like that. I said it loud as hell. I was like an echo F, So I was like, ah. So then I was looking. I have like how many pairs of shoes? I think I have 40 pairs of shoes. I'm looking at black sneakers. I'm looking at these my black Converse, my black New Balance, and I'm like, oh God, this is not gonna go look right. I was like a woman. Oh my God, it doesn't match my eyebrows. I was like, oh my goodness. So I had no choice. I have a pair of New Balance sneakers that's all black, and I was like, "F it." It's the only pair of all black shoes that I have. I have these dress shoes, but I don't wear those. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, I wore the all black Converse, and it did not look right. I was like, "Man, this jacket would look banging with the jacket." I was like, "Damn it! If I had the boots." So I went and did the comedy show. I was like, "Oh man." And I didn't post. I did post some of the videos, but I edited it. I had to edit it from the knees up. I was like, no one's gonna look because I'm gonna get these fashionistas individuals. Yo, Jerry, those shoes don't look good with that jacket. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean. I was like, oh my God, I was like my own fashion consultant. I went on Pinterest, like, okay, what goes with New Balance shoes? And I was like, damn it. So next thing you know, I couldn't find my black. So I went to DSW and I saw these pair of black boots that I love. I was like, I saw them today. I didn't buy them because they didn't have the color I want. They were brown. I was like, damn it, I need black boots. And they were really awesome looking boots. And I was like, damn it. So I looked and I tried on Timberlands. I tried on Maddens. And I tried on these, whatever the hell they're called. Damn it, I can't remember. But anyway, I was like, damn it, damn it, damn it. So I said, you know what? F this. I went on Kohl's. And soon, at the first 2 minutes I went on Kohl's, there were my boots right there. I was like, yes, perfect. You know what I mean? I was happy. So I bought them. They were $69. Original price was $169. I was like, you know what? $69. Plus, I'm going to get some Kohl's cash out of this. You know what? F it. So I purchased them to come in Tuesday. I was like, yes, thank God. I wear a size 10. So they were not too dressy, not too hikey, not too bikery, but they were just right the way I liked them. And I was like, yes, now my black jackets can go awesome with these black boots. The next comedy show that I'm going to do, you know? But I was like, damn it, man. I should have went on Kohl's a long time ago to get them. Like at first 2 minutes, bam, they were right there in front of me. I was like, holy crap. I got a pair of black boots. Who else is up here? God bless Lynn. How you doing, Lynn? Oh my God, man. Like I said, I'm getting over this cold. I don't want to get sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I don't want to get sick. Oh, so thank God I found the black boots. Oh, what the fargan, man. What the fargan. Leah Vanessa Tiger, that's my buddy, and she left. I know what she's gonna say. My system is no good, you know. Oh my God, man, oh man. So tonight is gonna be. What's the weather gonna be like? Hold on, let me check. Let me go. Something that's called the internet. All right, so the weather tonight, and I'm real excited. Yeah, I'm excited. So shut up. All right, it's gonna be 24 degrees. Okay, tomorrow's 41. All right, so now that we're talking about snow. All right, so let's see. Oh, thank the Lord. I'm thinking of God too much. Yeah, but I like it.
Scusi.
Friday is snow. Holly, hallelujah. So what I'm going to do is Thursday I'm going to do the comedy show, and then Friday enjoy a good blizzard. Yeah. I'm thankful because I really didn't want it to snow on Tuesday, which they kept predicting. And then Wednesday, they were like, oh, it's going to snow on Wednesday. I was like, man, I got to work. What the hell, dude? All right, who's up here now that I can say hello to? All right, let me see here. Oh boy. Just believe you visual used to H. Oh my God. Forgive me if you're Belarusian or Russian. I apologize if I mispronounce your name, but I just can't read backwards. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh man. So anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Unlike Chicago and the northern part of the United States where they're getting it real bad. All right. Oh my God, man. All right, so now I'm gonna get off here, get on there. There we go. So Avengers Endgame is back in theaters for September 2026. So I'm real excited for that. And there's a lot of movies like Greenland 2 is coming out. The new what is it? Green Lantern series is going to come out next year, and I'm real excited. So it's like all these movies and shows that are coming out next year. I'm so excited because nowadays it's just nothing's coming out anymore. Nothing original is coming out. A lot of these new shows and movies that they say like oh yeah, it's brand new. It's like Stranger Things. I never saw an episode of it. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying I never saw an episode. Oh my God. Uh, because I don't have the time. Yeah, everybody's bugging me to watch these shows that are coming up, right? I'm trying my best to watch all these shows as much as I can. And I make a list from like the Mayans and then oh God. See what I mean? I don't have my list. My list is in my bag. Damn it. All right. But well, all these shows, everybody's bugging me to watch, right? And I say to them, I need the time, dude. I don't have the time. not to sound disrespectful, but I'm like, I make a list. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make time. I'm going to pick a day of the week, a day or two of the week where I can watch an episode, maybe three, and I would get it out of the way. And then the following week, watch another 2 or 3 episodes, and that way I could catch up. You know? Now, I'm doing that with Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Right now, I'm on season 3, and it's really good. The only thing I didn't like about it was the singing stuff. I could not watch the episode. I said, you know what? I'm watching the next one. I can't take this singing crap. I was like, oh, God, this is sad.
Shut up!
Anyway, so I'm almost done watching that. During the pandemic, I finally got to see all of Breaking Bad. I was really happy for that. I was like, yes. Where is Leah Vanessa Tiger? Where is my buddy? So I saw all of what the hell is going on here? Hold on for a second. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. Damn it. All right, perfect. So I saw all of Breaking Bad, all of Better Call Saul, and then I saw the movie version. And first thing I said was, "Wow, I got to see that all during the pandemic." I must have seen all the episodes in like 3 weeks, right? I love Frasier. I still do. I catch that show whenever it's like I'm having a bad day. I put Frasier on. It's like my happy place, you know? So there's so many shows coming up nowadays. So many new things from movies and TV shows. It's like, oh my God, how does someone can catch up to everything that's coming up? During the days when I was a kid, it was like 3 networks. That was it. You know, watching TV Guide. Oh, this comes on tonight. Oh, hey, why not? Hey, we gotta watch it. There was no streaming services, no YouTube, no. Hey, we're gonna re-air it tomorrow. You know. But those days are gone now. Nobody uses TV Guide anymore. They just push above a button and the screen pops up. Hey, this was coming on tonight. You know, you got everything to watch. Everything to watch. You got so many streaming services, so many networks. It's impossible to say, oh, there's nothing to watch. Really? You know what I'm watching right now? It's above me. Goldfinger. That's what I'm watching. Hot damn it. What the hell just happened? It just paused. Oh my God. All right. Now I gotta exit out. Son of gun. All right, here we go. All right. So now something happened to it. I don't know what the hell happened. There we go. Okay. I gotta play it all over again. So there's so much to watch, so much to see. Oh God. I'm trying to get. I'm fine, thank you, Leah. Thank you. It's just a stuffy nose. That's all I'm going through right now. Let me see. You can tap the button. Hey, let's see if we can go to 10,000 likes. Huh? Can we do that? I like it when I do it with her. She's fun. Leah, you should go live sometime. That way I could say hi to you. She wants to come on live, and I don't mind her coming on live. It's just that it's the language barrier. You know, I don't want her. I don't want to push her to speak English. You know, I know she's trying. I know she's practicing, and she's doing great. You know, but I don't want her to feel like like I'm like becoming impatient with her to speak English. I don't want to be that guy. She's trying. She's trying. That's good. That's like me speaking her language, Deutschland, German. You know, Guten Tag, Livia Vanessa. Papers, please. You know what I mean? I can't. I just I try. I would try. You know, to speak her language. Do I have? No, I don't have it. Ah, son of a gun. I should have had it up, but next time. Next time, I'll have Google Translate, and that way I can have German on the ready. I didn't feel like coming on today, but I was like, you know what? Let me get on tonight just to say hello, hey there, hi there, ho there. How many likes do I have? Come on, Leah, join me, please. Yeah, good. She's liking back. All right. See, that's my buddy. She never lets me down. Oh my goodness, man. Anyway, so like I said, I'm getting over this cold. Everybody's bugging me to watch these shows. And I'm trying to catch up the best way I know how. I'm like, oh my God. I'm not getting a headache. I'm not getting stressed, but I'm doing my best to catch up on everything. You know, I'm like that with Star Wars. I caught up with Star Wars. And I'm like that with Star Trek. I'm so far catching up with Star Trek. And more shows, and if you like A Team, Knight Rider,
Oh, Miami Vice, like the new Miami Vice movie is coming out next year. They picked the right two actors to portray it. But from what I heard of the new Miami Vice movie that's coming out next year or 2027, that they're going to keep it like in the 80s. I was like, yes, perfect, 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 perfect. Just don't bring back the bright clothes, please. It's been done. I don't want that back in this century. Don't. I mean, if they do it right, I know they will because they picked the right two actors to portray Sonny Crockett and Rico Tubbs. So they said they're going to keep it like in an 80s fashion style. I was like, yeah, why not? There will be no comedy. That's a good thing. They're not going to make it like a comedy. They're going to keep it serious. Now, listen, put down what you like, but the 2006 Miami Vice, I liked it. I liked it. I'm not saying it was classic. I'm not saying it was like super, like, it should have been nominated for an Oscar. No. Personally, it was different. In the original Miami Vice, you had Sonny Crockett dressed up really nice and bright clothes. He had a boat and an alligator as a pet. Elvis, that was the alligator's name. He drove around in a nice car. He had like this hair nice. And Rico Tubbs always wore a suit. Drove this convertible, you know. And the lieutenant was my Edward James Olmos. He was very serious, very quiet, and so on. The rest of the crew were like, So years go by, right? And they made the 2006 Miami Vice, and I was like real excited. I was like, yes, and I went to see it. Right, I saw it in theaters. Hold on for a second. Oh my god, I had to drink something. So I saw it in the theaters, the Miami Vice 2006. I was like, yes, I was excited. Yes. And I saw it and I liked it. But then all of a sudden it was on Rotten Tomatoes. It was like 50 something percent. I was like, dude, what the hell were they thinking? Now they made a lot of changes with it. Sonny Crockett looked like a biker, hold on, man. Let me get this down here. All right, so 2006 Miami Vice. All right, Miami Vice. God damn it. All right, I know I had it up here. There we go. So, oh my God. So they picked it right. Colin Farrell was James Crockett, Sonny, and Jamie Foxx was Ricardo Tubbs. Okay, so they made Sonny Crockett look like a biker. Big mustache, long hair, T-shirt, jeans, but serious about his work. Like he was a cop dedicated to bring down crime, right? Jamie Foxx didn't wear a suit. He played, Ricardo Tubbs, and he didn't wear a suit. He didn't drive in the He wore like sweatpants and a T-shirt, and he flew a plane. I was like, well, wow, okay. And he was a veteran, But when they changed the Sonny Crockett role, right? Number one, you didn't see him living on a boat or having an alligator as a pet. Elvis, remember? He drove a car, but like I said, he made him look like a biker. He learned salsa. He loved mojitos. Excuse me. He didn't talk about his marriage or his background. Nothing. He was just falling in love with a woman that was on the bad guy's side. Big no. But he didn't care. He was like, I'm falling for this woman that's like, working for the cartels. I could be killed and she could be killed too. So who was that woman anyway? I forgot. She was really hot. Oh, there he was. Gong Li. That's her name. She played Isabella, and she was great too in the movie. So they had Tootie. They had the what else did they had? Jose. Yeah, I mean, good lord, they picked. Okay, so Barry. What's his name? Barry Shabaka Henley. He played the role of Edward James Olmos, but he did a great job, like a serious lieutenant. You better be right. He was great. And a lot of people smashed it, but the reality is it's basically true what goes on in the drug world. A lot of downloads, a lot of people on the sneak tip, not giving out too much information, paying off people to keep silent. I'll keep listening to YouTube. My phone battery is almost at 0%. Ah, okay. Leah Vanessa Tiger, my buddy. So all in all, the 2006 version of Miami Vice, I liked it. All right, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what um Rotten Tomatoes said. When it comes on, I'm glued. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. It was pretty well done, very well done. And the ending, they could have made a sequel because Tootie, who got like this trailer that exploded, and the main drug lord escaped. What was that guy's name? I know that actor. Damn it! Oh god, now I gotta find him. Son of a gun. No, 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 no. Oh god, I can't find him on here. I'm just like, I'm scrolling at something that I should find him. Damn it! What the hell was that guy's name? All right, I don't want to. Okay, there he is. I got him. Louis Tosar. That's his name. Yeah, he played like the warlord, like the big cartel boss. He played like the Pablo Escobar, right? And Louis Tosar, he's a Spanish actor, but he was great. Like he was like, "Don't f with me," I, you be rich upon your wildest dreams, but I will know where you live, who you are. He basically broke it down what he's going to do if they screw him over, you know. But that's how these cartels are, Yeah, they'll pay you all this money. You think you're in a family, but in the end, it's like you screw up, you die. Another truth about in the 2006 version of the Miami Vice was the truth about that they hire former military men, to as their security team. Because there was a scene in the movie where they were going to Tosar's vehicle, Montoya, and immediately they were using like CIA equipment to block the cell phone. Hold on. Oh my god. Sorry about this. I'm gonna have to use my nasal spray. It's getting bad. Okay. So they were using like CIA technology to block cell phone signals, and they had snipers. They were using like incognito. They were just basically using equipment that regular law enforcement and military would use whenever they're in a situation that knowing there's going to be a gunfight or anything is about to go down. Because they were walking in the middle of this field and they knew that if they screw up, they're going to die. Like this is it. But we got to talk to this guy to convince him because they were deep cover agents. This guy. Like they were basically doing what they do, like acting like drug dealers. They wanted to make money. So they went deep cover but they were like, man, they're using everything that we use. So in reality, that's what these cartels would hire, like former military people that have expertise in, combat situations and knowing how to use the technology and, escape routes, whatever. And basically, from what I read in this book one time, that this one agent was deep cover that he knew that some of these guys were former cops working for Mexican cartels. Like, because I was like, damn, was the job looking that bad? I mean, I was a cop for 30 years to get this pension. I figured I'd try something different, That's scary. So, yeah, there was a lot of reality in that Miami Vice 2006 version. A lot of it. Because these writers, I remember they were like the writers of the film, Michael Mann, he did his research about like these DEA agents that go deep cover and Miami Vice agents that go through everyday life of bringing down labs and cartels and like the situation that's going on when Adolf Trump is using the military to bomb these drug boats. Okay. They are breaking a lot of laws. Number one, when you see two people on the boat, basically you don't fire on them again. That's it. They're done. Either save them. They could have saved them and they could have flipped like, hey, give us information, bam, we could let you go. No, they decided to kill them. I'm like, whoa, what the hell, dude? Now you're breaking international and military law because you don't kill someone that surrenders. And someone that's on a boat that you just exploded and they're, trying to find to survive, they have no weapons. And I'll say, nah, just kill him anyway. I'm like, dude, now you just committed murder. I know because I have military in my family. I read the laws and I looked it up online. Actual military laws. Number one, if someone surrenders and they have no weapon in their hand and you kill them on the spot, you just committed murder. In legality, they surrendered. And if they surrender peacefully, just put the straps on them and just, give them to the proper authorities so that way they could be in an interrogation room. But you got to treat them right, feed them, give them a cup of coffee, massage your feet, whatever, Hey, give us what we need to know. Where's your base at, But they're doing a lot of things wrong. What if one of those boats were just fishermen, or they had kids on it? What if? I understand they don't want drugs coming into the States and anywhere. I know that. But damn it, yeah, I know they can seize a boat. And I know with modern technology that we have, they can basically see, instead of like using this night vision, I know they're like, hey, let us get a good view of this boat. Oh, it's not a drug boat. It's a fishing boat. Okay, Hey, there's nothing on that boat. Huh, all right. Let's let them go. You know what I mean? What is that boat doing? I don't know. I think it's drugs. It might not be drugs. It could be nothing. Let them go. No, they just say, you know what? Shoot them anyway. Shoot first, ask question later. Oh my God, man. We live in an effed up country. Hello, Alejandra. How are you, my dear? 995. You know what? I am following you. You look beautiful. Yes, my dear. And she left. You know what? I thought you were beautiful. She left and broke my heart. I'm going to write you down. That way I can find you. Alejandra. ALEJANDRA. There you go. I got you. And Latifa Selden. And she left too. That's all right. I don't want to talk to you either. Break my heart. Leah Vanessa Tiger is back, man. Thank you. All right, so I'm up to 3,000. Where was Leah? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Miami Vice 2006 was good. There's a lot of reality into that movie, what the drug world's about. And basically, in the end, you do your best not to get drugs in this world. And the only drugs to use that's really good is aspirin. That's it. Okay, people. Anyway, that is about my time for the Jerry Torres program. I'd like to thank everybody that came on tonight, and especially the people on TikTok. Thank you guys so much. And I'd like to say that I am an accomplished author. Well, thank you for listening to another edition episode of the Jerry Torres program. As I always say, I am an accomplished author. I've written a book entitled Chinese Food for Breakfast. You can find my book either on lulu.com, that is LULU, or on Amazon Kindle. And it's an ebook. You can download the book, read the book anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or your laptop. Oh my God. And the book is only $4, people. So you're really not going to be breaking the bank. So download the book today and enjoy a good read. Also, listen to my good friend Latice Mitchell's podcast show, Tice Talk. She's in the works of making a comeback. I'm real excited. I'm trying to help her, get on Riverside FM, and that way her podcast show. She needs to buy the equipment though first. But anyway, besides all that, she's in the works of making a comeback. Her podcast show is about fun, family, dating, life. She talks about it and makes it funny on stage. Latice Mitchell is one of my closest and dearest friends in the comedy business. I love that woman. She's incredible on stage as well as off stage. And her birthday is December 10th. I'm definitely going to take her out on her birthday. So definitely listen to Latice Mitchell's podcast show, Tice Talk. She's on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. You could listen to her previous podcast shows on iHeartRadio. So listen to Latice Mitchell's Tice Talk. Tice Talk.
It'll make your head spin.
Damn it. Tice Talk with Latice Mitchell.
In your face.
Tice Talk.
Sunday.
Latice Mitchell's Tice Talk.
Will knock your socks off.
Oh my God. Listen to Gordo B's new song and new album. It's up right now. You can find Gordo B on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. You can definitely find him and listen to his music. It's like the Diggable Planets, De La Soul, and Tribe Called Quest, all three in one. Smooth lyrics. You can understand what he's talking about. And he has a beat. You just put your headsets on and just bop your head. So definitely get a good listen to Gordo B. His new album is up right now. Download it today. Gordo B is spelled Gordo, big letter B. Also listen to Funky Times. They are a great band. They mix up with jazz, funk, and rock. You can find them on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. If you're interested about hiring them, send them a message. And for a special event, send them a message, hire them. You won't regret them because they know how to make music and make music right. Because speaking of Funky Times, I use their music to close my, if I can find them, damn it, to close my podcast. And a 3, 2, and a 1, a 1, a 4, and a 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another episode of the Jerry Torres program. As I always say, whatever religious figure you believe in, may you be blessed. I bid you all a fondue. I'll be back. So I ask you all, please don't go changing. I'm a gone, get a gone, and a bye.
Limited time offer. No purchase necessary. Offer valid at participating locations. Void where prohibited. No animals were harmed during the production of this soundboard. Subject to change without notice. Side effects include dry mouth, occasional pig snort or two, sore stomach, teary eyes, achy jaws, and whatever tingles well. Laughing heart.
You just heard the Jerry Torres program on Spotify, at Riverside FM, and on YouTube Music. Subscribe to his podcast episode on Spotify. Listen to his previous podcast shows, ladies and gentlemen, because as you all well know, the Jerry Torres program has been known to bring magic to your heart, mind, and soul.